Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to go over an absolutely awesome Steam game deal from our good friends at Fanatical. And while Fanatical is running an awesome star deal, they've got a lot of other great deals available right now as well, various bundles and things of that sort. So we'll go over all of that in a little bit. But first of all, the deal under $4 that'll be available for the rest of today or so. You want to jump on this as soon as possible when you see this video, but RoboCop Rogue City will be available, or is available, for $3.99. Now, RoboCop Rogue City, to be fair, has been going on sale quite often. They're really trying to push people buying the game, so ideally you'll also want to check out Unfinished Business. That is the recent expansion, and I think that's a great way to handle it. As far as discounting a game, getting it so cheap that so many people are now checking it out, and then you do have the expansion that if they end up enjoying the base game, they'll have some interest in the expansion, whether they pick it up right away or they get it, down the line when that goes on sale as well. It gets more people interested in the game, and I don't think a lot of people were buying RoboCop Rogue City at like $20, $30, so having it down to south of $5 is great. RoboCop Rogue City came out 2 months after, Lies of P came out, and Lies of P is still at $30, and I bring up Lies of P because that game recently had an expansion come out as well. I get that Lies of P was generally a better received game, but I feel like that's a game that should see a discount as well. I like Lies of P a lot, but nonetheless, RoboCop Rogue City, a worthwhile game to go through. Is it blowaway? No, but I'm not also a big RoboCop guy. I never really watched the movies or anything like that, so I kind of just went into it expecting a decent game, and I got exactly that. I thought it was a well-done game. I thought the dialogue was pretty good. I liked the setting, and for $3.99, certainly a really, really good pickup, so I would highly recommend it at this price point. A fantastic deal whenever it's available. I remember when I initially saw that it was south of $5, I was like, holy crap. And then, naturally, it just became the accepted price point for this, but it's still a fantastic deal, so definitely recommend it. Moving on from that, we do have Fanatical running a plethora of great bundles. I want to highlight two of them in particular, both of them with Capcom games. The Build Your Own Capcom All-Stars bundle, 2 games at $6.50 a pop, 3 games at $6.33 a pop, or 4 games or more at $6.25 a pop. Let's just go with you're only getting 2 games, and hey, if you're only getting 2 games, but you can get games like Resident Evil Village at $6.50, that's great. Resident Evil Biohazard Gold Edition, $6.50 on that. Fantastic. Great. Ace Attorney Chronicles, $6.50 for that is great. Resident Evil 2 is in there. Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, Okami HD, which Okami 2 is in development. We probably won't get that till 2029, but nonetheless, it is in development, so that's pretty cool. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, you've got Monster Hunter World, Devil May Cry 5, the Resident Evil Double Pack, which is the original Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5, $6.50 for both of those, I think is pretty damn good. And some people still want to play through the original RE4, I think the remake is where it's at, but, some people want to have the original experience as well, so you can check that out. And then there is the Resident Evil Double Pack with Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil. And that is available as well. And Devil May Cry 5, not to mention, $6.50 on that is fantastic. You get Devil May Cry HD Collection and Devil May Cry 5 and Virgil for $13 for all that. That's an awesome deal. You'd just be missing DMC4, but you could get Devil May Cry HD Collection and DMC4 for $13. A lot of you guys already have DMC5, so that would be a great route. Or you could get DMC HD Collection, DMC4, and DMC5, and it would be $6.33 a pop. And that would work out to $19 for the entire Devil May Cry saga, DMC 1 through 5. So that's a pretty good deal as well. Definitely a lot of good options there, so check that out for yourself and build the bundle that you want to get. I think Fanatical's, build your own bundle gimmick is one of the best things about the platform, so definitely check that out. Remember, Steam keys to all of these. Then you have the Monster Hunter Stories Build Your Own bundle. This is the big one with getting Monster Hunter Stories, because that's a franchise that still holds up in price, and Stories 3 is coming out next year, and that game looks awesome. I'm really looking forward to that game, and I think that could be one of the standouts of next year. Capcom's really cooking up a big 2026, but with this bundle, you can get Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 for $8 a pop, $16 for both of them. They do have Monster Hunter World and Rise in there, so if you want to get those, you can as well, but the Stories is the big one here because of how much those games have retained in value, so definitely worthwhile to check that out. Stories 1 and 2 heavily discounted there. And then you have the Build Your Own Summer Superstars collection, $7.50 a pop on this. It's essentially Death Stranding and another game. So pick the other game that you want, but Death Stranding is the star here, and $7.50, or even if you want to say you're paying $15 for Death Stranding and you're getting another game for free, I mean, that's still value because that's how good Death Stranding is. Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2 are legitimately two of my favorite games. You know, saying of all time is like kind of crazy because I've played so many games. I think Death Stranding 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Death Stranding 1, I really did enjoy. It's very much light on the combat, so that's like the one aspect that some people are really gonna like. Like, I really like that about Death Stranding. The exploration, the atmosphere, how serene and relaxing the game was is one of the best aspects of Death Stranding. You get a pretty wild story in Death Stranding 1, but at the same time, when you're like just in the world and going from location to location, it's an incredibly relaxing and like just soothing experience at times. I love Death Stranding. I think you know, there's a lot of people that didn't like it. They want to call it FedEx Delivery Simulator, and you know what? FedEx Delivery Simulator to me is pretty badass. So, yeah, I enjoyed Death Stranding 1 a lot. Other games in this bundle include Deathbound. You got Achilles, Legends Untold, Shogun Showdown. You have Wildmender still available. Definitely some decent options across the board to add alongside Death Stranding, so check those out. All right, a couple more deals, and then we'll close out the video. Digimon Story Time Stranger, 16% off at Fanatical, $58.79. Steam copy of that. The demo just dropped on this as well, so a good time to check that out. The Deluxe Edition, $84 for that, and the Ultimate Edition will be $100.79. So you can check out all of that. Digimon Story Time Stranger available. I am super excited for the game. I'm a huge Digimon fan, so this is one of my most anticipated games of the rest of the year. And finally, we get another big budget Digimon game. It's been long enough. $58.79 on that. And then a couple of deals under $5. Red Faction Guerrilla Re-Mars-tered Edition is $3.99. I enjoyed Red Faction Guerrilla a lot as far as an open world game where you just cause absolute carnage. I thought Red Faction Guerrilla was a really, really enjoyable game. The destructibility in the game is phenomenal, and the amount of chaos that you can cause, definitely a good time there. $3.99 for that. Story isn't anything to write home about, but from a gameplay standpoint, enjoyable. And lastly, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, $4.79. Great Metroidvania. We are coming up on the release of the sequel in 2026, so not a bad time to check out Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. $4.79 on that. If you're remotely into Metroidvanias, definitely a worthwhile pickup there. But that is going to do it for me. Again, RoboCop Rogue City, awesome deal on that, south of $5 for RoboCop. You've got Monster Hunter Stories Bundle, you've got the Capcom Bundle, the Summer Superstars Bundle, and a lot of other great deals. The Digimon deal is excellent, and Red Faction Guerrilla and Bloodstained. Good stuff across the board. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.